Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm waiting for for Mr. Femi Pedro. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us on here today. We're really honored.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. So, without wasting too much time, I would not just imagine that everybody here knows who I am, especially because some people would have joined from your page. So my name is Ife Durosinmi Etti. I'm the founder of AJS Tribe. AJS Tribe is a platform that connects women to each other and to opportunities like grants, fellowships, scholarships, and the likes. So far, we have over 1,000 women on our platform, and we've been able to, support them. We've been able to put them together to collaborate so that they can collaborate with each other, just so that their businesses or their careers can be better, so that the unemployment rate can be reduced and women can be more empowered. So, without too much ado, I'm just going to delve into the what we're here for today. I would just like to quickly ask you to please introduce yourself. I know obviously everybody here knows who you are, but please introduce yourself in your own words, and then I'll go on with the questions. Quick notes: this session usually takes about 2 hours, but what happens is for the first hour, I'll ask you questions, questions that I have already prepared, and when we come back, we can take questions from the audience. Hope that's okay, sir.
Very much okay. Thank you very much. My name is Femi Pedro. I'm currently chairman of SMEDAN, Small Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria. I was once the deputy governor of this great state of Lagos. First of all, let me place it on record that my thoughts and prayers are with the families of the young ladies who are Jennifer House and many others who suffered gross violation and injustice. As a grandfather, I'm very saddened by the state of Africa. But I will encourage you to use the platform to seek the change we all desperately need in society for men, irrespective of age and social. So that said, I'm happy to be here, and I'm for your questions and for the thousands of women who are listening.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. I think your network is a bit shaky because sometimes we can hear you and sometimes we can't.
Wow.
So I'm not sure if you can adjust maybe your Wi-Fi settings or your internet settings so that it's clearer, because we can't really hear your sentences in full.
Okay, let me try and adjust.
Okay. So I'll ask you the next question that I have. So basically, your profile is extremely, inspiring. I've read your profile. I'm like, wow, this was someone that you grew up. In fact, I'm not even going to talk about how you grew up, because as we go on, I have more questions about how you grew up and how you were able to transition into some of the things that you're doing now. So I just wanted to ask, watching your story, going from CBN to one of being the early on investors in GT Bank to being the managing director of FinBank. Please, can you tell us all about that whole transition? Tell us about that transition.
My journey has been quite interesting. Interesting because I discovered the formula for wealth along the line. It's not like I was born with it, and I want the society to learn from me. That's why I wrote this book. I put down the stages and what you need to do today to break that barrier, particularly for women. Because if it's difficult for men, it's doubly difficult for women. And I want to make that journey. So, well, I stumbled into wealth. I invested in a new bank at the age of 32. By the age of 34, I joined the bank as a senior manager. I was also a part owner. And my wealth multiplied thereon. Point that years I was able to acquire my own jointly with a few others, and I became the managing director of that bank. And again, the investment to multiply. I branched off in other areas. I became deputy governor of Lagos State. I retired in 2007. I'm still working hard as a mentor and entrepreneur and training young people. So basically, that's the journey. And that's what I've chronicled in the book. So that those who read the book understand exactly what the formula for wealth.
Fantastic. I've actually read through the book and I learned so much. Like I was reading it and reading it and reading it. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much in this book that we the young ones need to learn. Another question I have for you is you investing in GT Bank because right now, in fact, over the last couple of years, I've been doing trying to empower women, giving out grants and all of that. And then last year, I was able to raise a fund to further invest in these women. So now, especially because of your own experience with investing, how were you able to be sure that GT Bank was going to be a success when you were investing in GT Bank? Because when I went further in your book, I realized that your investment in GT Bank was what even helped you, go further, build your house and all of that. So can you tell me what was your state of mind at that time? Because from your book, I read, okay, it was important for you to have good friends or friends that were thinking in that had that similar mindset. Were they the ones that influenced your decision? What was your mindset around that time when you were investing in GT Bank and being one of the seed investors in GT Bank?
Rule number one of the formula for wealth: have a positive wealth mindset. Keep telling yourself that you want to create wealth for you. You don't ever want to be in poverty, and you are determined with concepts. Rule number two is that you have dreams and determination. You keep on dreaming of the day you are going to make that big breakthrough. Dreams are important because they are ingrained in conscious. When I was working at I worked with the chairman, chief executive of the bank, Balogun. He owned the bank. Executive assistant. I was going everywhere. He mentored me. And I was dreaming of this. I will own my own bank. And when the opportunity came, the amount required for me to invest in that bank almost 10 times my salary. And I didn't have much, but I said that I will raise this money. I will sell every sellable I have. I will every opportunity to raise that immediately. And within a year, I was able to put that together because I was determined. And actually, entrepreneurship and investing is about risk taking. You must have a mind risk. If you are afraid of your money, then you can't make any headway. You can't make any progress. So once you are determined, don't work, and you are convinced what you are doing is the right path, then the next thing is to discipline yourself. Personal and financial discipline. During the time I was money to I did away with all sorts of frivolities and luxuries. I didn't have to go on a foreign trip to Dubai, London. I didn't buy new shoes because I knew what I was driving at. I needed to put that money together. I needed to invest in the bank. And at the end of the day, my dream was realized. I was able to put the funds together and I was able to invest in it. And as if I knew what the future will be, because the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Wow. Wow, fantastic. So, learning from that experience, so did you have any other investments that you did at the time that did not really materialize or did not really turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out? So, have you ever had any bad investments since you invested in?
Oh, yes,
okay,
certainly.
can you tell us about them?
Yes. In the 1990s, we bankers, the case was investing in mortgage banks. There was a period when mortgage banks were being licensed. And I was approached by a couple of that we should put funds together to invest in a mortgage bank. Of course, I looked for the money. I haven't had a good experience by GTB investment. I thought everything would go smoothly. And to cut a long story short, the mortgage bank collapsed and I got all the money I win some, you lose some. But you learn the line. And you continue to go forward. Let me also say that prior to the time I invested in guarantee, I started aside a part of my salary. I opened an account because I went on the course and the thought of that storage at a young age is to start investing in equities. And I started doing that. So by the time I was investing in my GTB shares, I already had considerable money growing in equities. It was easy for me to sell off those and back. So I always tell people, no matter how young you are, money aside, don't use funds to buy bags, cosmetics, Brazilian hairstyle. And when you create your wealth, you can enjoy all your luxury. In your growing up year, invest your time, energy, and your resources to build your wealth so that when later you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s, you can sit back, relax, and your money grow. The problem with us is that many of us are not disciplined at a young age. We want to start a life, drive the fastest car on our 20s. We want to go to Dubai, Germany, Spain. Yeah, you will do that when you do that. If you don't build the wealth, you do that at a young age when you are still trying to get your feet on ground. At the end of the day, you end up in poverty.
Wow, that's a good learning right there. So your book, Formula for Wealth, is set to launch tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it. Like I said earlier, every young person needs to get their hands on it. But there are some statements that I read that in the book that I really want you to expatiate on. And even the storytelling techniques in the book was everything for me. Like I loved how you used a lot of stories of people like Mr. Anam Go, people like Mr. Balogo, people like that. You really wrote out their stories, and it was very relatable, to learn from. But there are some statements, like I said, that I really wanted to expatiate. So you said something. You said wealth is a matter of choice and commitment. Rich people are committed to being rich, while poor people want to be rich. Can you please expatiate on what this means?
Yes. It's one thing for you to want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. I emulate that person. But do something about it. Okay, you can sit back lamenting, oh, government, country is not good, government is corrupt, there's no power supply, the roads are bad. Lamenting will not get you. If you make up your mind that there is something about it, and in the book, I put steps you can take to get to that point of work. I expatiated on it, and I also said that you get to the point where you can choose your pathway. You can work in an institution, organization. You can grow through the rank, but you must choose the point of investing a part of income. Do not consume it frivolously. And that investment, you can watch it grow. At a point in time in your career, you find out that what you have invested is a lot worth more than, and then you are doing very much okay. So basically, that's the difference between wanting to be rich and being rich.
I love how you explain that, and even in the book, the way normally people that have background in economics, and obviously your background is economics, they like to throw big words around and bamboozle us that are not very economically inclined. But you were able to break things down properly. Thank you very much for that. Also, you spoke about mentors in your book and how important it is to have mentors. So can you tell us about some of the mentors on your journey who have been instrumental to your success today? I know you mentioned them in your book, but please, can you talk about them on this session?
My boss, I see them as my mentors because they met the standard of men. They were here before me, and I could stand on their shoulder to see ahead. My first mentor was Otumba Shibomi Balogun, the owner of First City Merchant Bank. I worked closely with him as executive assistant, and everywhere. It was I met the giants of entrepreneurs in Nigeria, like Ogunbanjo, Shifo, Adekunle, and the rest of them. And I learned from him, watch the way he walked. I liked his culture of excellence. I also watched the way he dressed. I even tried to imitate him in his dressing style. And I asked him questions, and he taught me. And then when I left Merchant Bank Group, I joined Guarantee Trust Bank, and I had fantastic. The deputy managing director after you are, may God bless you. And director, Mr. Adeola, worked under the two of them. Those be good examples. I watched their ways. They were epitome of character and integrity. And I learned a lot from them. Great values of leadership I learned from them. And then finally, as managing director of First Atlantic Bank, after 2 years on the job, I was invited to be deputy governor of Lagos State. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I was his deputy, and he mentored me. I also learned a lot from him. He had been in the corporate sector before he became governor, and he used that knowledge and experience to manage Lagos as a governor. In fact, it was through him I saw entrepreneurship in governance. He was able to bring private sector elements into solving many social problems Lagos at that time. So I learned a lot. So those are my, and up to today, I still look up to learned a lot. Up to yesterday, I was with Balogun in his mid-80s, and we're still sitting down talking, and we're relating past experiences, and I was still asking questions. I was sitting with him yesterday, notebook with me and a pen, and he was telling me things, and I was writing them down. That is the way you choose. Some of you may not have those the life of those giants near you as mentor, but there are a lot of people close to you who are also good examples who you can emulate. In your business and your life, you can move up to other people. You can go to approach them. So I want to spend some time with you to ask you questions. I want to learn a lot from you. And that's how you choose your mentor. You don't have anybody to mentor you. It's like jumping in the water without the depth of the water. You know, if it's deep, the mentor will tell you that this is deep water, don't go. This is the shallow end of the water. So basically, mentoring is one ingredient, one of work that expatiates.
Fantastic. So it's also easy to imagine a lot of people who see successful people today, they always believe that maybe they're from a family of wealth, or maybe they had one connection or the other, and stuff like that. And I know that you've already touched on it before, that you grew up, in the poverty trap. But I just wanted to expatiate more on that because you spoke a lot about it in your book. So I remember seeing that, from the age of 2, you had to live with your paternal grandmother, who I think her name was Mama Ajabebi Pedro.
Yeah.
Yes, and then she was widowed at the time and also very poor, and you had to live with her for about 10 years and all of that. So do you believe that people can easily escape poverty if they are determined to? And what are some of the steps that people today can take? Because a lot of people struggle with that mindset. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, I'm in this poverty trap, I can't seem to come out of it. What can I do differently? Can you please tell us some of the steps that you took, especially when you were very, very young, when you did not really have the mentors and those kind of people around you? Can you tell us how we can have that mindset, even though people are still in that poverty line?
First of all, you have no control of where you're born into. You do not choose the family you were born into. It's all fate and destiny. And you have no control of how you were brought up. You are too young and you rely on your parents. So formative years are important. However, as you grow up, let me start from people 15 years old and above. I want to take up this and read it and tell themselves that from today, the 4th of June, I am determined to get out of poverty. And the first thing I want to do is I want to learn the foundational, how to live on them. You start learning those foundational principles, you make them part of your life. You have a notebook in your pocket, put them there, and you check and you find yourself going astray of this principle. Do you understand? You check yourself back. And I listed them out. There are 10 of them. Before you change your mindset, believe that you can be out of poverty. I was born in poverty, I'm poor, my environment, poor people. I want to get out of this niche slum. That means immediately I finished my secondary school, I want to work my way up. And this is knowledge comes in. You don't have the knowledge, you won't be able to apply it. You will just follow the crowd. And that's what they call vicious cycle of poverty. Once you are poor, you're poor, your children will be poor. It's not a cause. And it goes like that. Unless someone breaks that gap, and you will be the one that will break that log jam. There are a lot of societal that puts us down, to make us feel that we can't get out of this. You are poor, you know. Let me just one example of mindset. 3 people. How long will you take for you to buy BMW? And one said, that's expensive car, maybe 4 or 5 years if I put money together. The second person said, I sell my car now, maybe I borrow money from my father, buy it in years. And the third person said, give and take, give me 5 years. I will get a partner, I will travel, get a good financial advisor, you know. Next thing is to come together with other partners and buy the company. So you can see the 3 people. 2 of them are thinking of buying the new car, and the third person is thinking of buying the BMW company. So they've been talking different, and it's a matter of mindset. That is what a difference cab driver and the owner of Uber. Somebody wants to do a shop, and it does that shop. Another person is saying, my first job, I'm planning to go to 30. So there are 2 different people. The first person, ceiling is the limit. The second person, the sky is the limit. So it makes a world of difference. So as an 18-year-old, you begin to tell yourself that I'm not going to let the state of condition of my parents weigh me down. I'm going to get out of poverty. By the time I turn 30, I will be a millionaire. Now, the next question is, what are you going to do to become a millionaire? You must now start thinking, okay, I've just my WAEC. I'm good with my things and equipment. So maybe engineering will be my path. Do you understand? So start reading about engineering magazine, searching online, you know, improving your knowledge. You make sure the jam is good, get admission to read electrical, and you're already on your path. And so you have a passion for something. It's not early, 18, you develop a passion for something. That's the way to start to get that drive you to begin to think, how do I turn this passion into a business idea? Do you understand? Then along the line, part of people is personal and financial discipline. I spoke about it earlier on. Okay, you have to manage. And if you don't discipline yourself, poverty will discipline you. So you have to do all ways of your life. It's not only about the way you handle money, things you do. So if you follow the crowd, every time you get money, you go to one of the Quillock, any of these shops, you buy 10 bottles of champagne, you friends, you enjoy, you have a good time. The following day, you are broke. Do you understand? Wondering. You can't get out of poverty that way. You just pretending. By your 30s, some people get a job and they see, oh, okay, I've just got this good job. Establishment. They are 300,000 a month. Okay, maybe in 5 years, I should be earning 500. Okay, so you sit back, you're not planning your future. You're not entrepreneurship of investing. You will spend 30 years on that job and you will retire with nothing. And the time flies. You never house, never be able to do things that will make your life better and your children better. You just continue to work. I'm not familiar with people who work day and night. They have salary, but they never make ends. They struggle. They struggle to pay their children fees. They struggle to take care of their own. They struggle to pay year in, year out. They are 40 and they are still in that poverty trap. Poverty trap. You will be working, having good salary, but you have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. You don't have that knowledge of wealth creation.
Wow.
Am I getting to you?
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. So as I was reading your book, you know, when you spoke about you getting the job at CBN, and that was your dream job. I just kept smiling to myself and saying, "Oh my gosh, Ife, this was actually you as well, or this is you." Because I used to work as well in 9 to 5, and that was my dream job, and I was ready to work there till I retired. And I was like, and it was in Nigerian breed, so for me, I was like, see, this is a multinational. Let me just stay here till I retire. But I noticed that I wasn't able to save as money was coming in, it was always finishing. So, and that was your own experience as well. So what would you say to a young person? So because from reading through all the stories in your book, it seemed like as if entrepreneurship was or is the only way to actually making wealth or making money. But I've seen 9 to 5ers, who are in very good jobs in very good companies.
I didn't say that in my book.
No. I'm not saying that you said it. I'm not saying you said it in your book. I'm saying that in the book, from my reading of the book, I saw that you worked in CBN, you left CBN, you worked in some other companies, and you eventually became the managing director before you got into government and all of that. And for most of the stories in the book, most of the people rose through the ranks and eventually still landed up in entrepreneurship. So it seems as if entrepreneurship is one of the surest ways. Let me not say the only way. It's like one of the surest ways to creating wealth if you're not investing in when you're working your 9 to 5.
Yeah. So that's precisely the point. My own is a good example. I never owned it on my own. I'd never owned. I worked in career path from Central Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, First Atlantic, Lagos State. Do you understand? So there are many pathways. Do you understand? That's what I emphasize. Best words. Money means money. That's what I mean. In my own case, I invested and I kept investing. And once you start, don't stop. You become addicted to it. And it continues to grow. So that while you 24/7, I sit back and my money works for me 24/7. I don't have to run. Money is multiplying, it's doing its own, and it's creating income for me. So that's the difference. So path is only one of the ways. And to create wealth with entrepreneurship, you have to do it well. If you don't do it well, you will struggle. When I did my survey of entrepreneurs in Nigeria, after 500 entrepreneurs I surveyed, 85% of them are struggling. They are not doing well. Struggling. Wealthy. Only 15% of them could be categorized financially. And the reason is because of so many things. I highlighted them. What I call the fundamental. Most people who run businesses start well. They don't build a proper foundation. They rush into the business for one reason or the other and have the knowledge to run. It is one thing to have the talent to do what you are doing. Let's take you as an example. You are a talented young woman. You are intelligent. You are bright. And you so you're already on the path. You already have of entrepreneurship. But you now have to learn how to turn your talent into a viable business. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people know what they are doing, but they can't turn it into business. That's not any. You have to know how to turn it into a scalable business. You have to be able to put that business from one level to the other. You have to understand the fundamental principle in running a business. It's not just, you can have a PhD in anything. In my book, I related the story of the doctor who was my First Atlantic Bank. He was a talented doctor, one of the students in University of Ibadan. But he ran his clinic bankrupt. We had to rescue him because he knew medicine, but he didn't know business. And I had to send him back to Lagos Business School to learn the fundamentals before he could now begin to run his business very well. So you have to share that knowledge, and that's the difference. Successful stories and the struggling ones.
Fantastic. I love that. So you also mentioned that you were working with Mr. Shibumi Balogun as his EA, and you met a lot of ambitious and successful entrepreneurs, like Mr. Aliko Dangote and all the other people. With this in mind, what would you say are some of the what would you say are the attributes of a successful person, considering all the people that you've met on your journey?
Well, I listed the rules of. Let me take character and integrity. So in our environment, a lot of people have wrong notion that you cannot be honest and make money. You have to cut corners. You have to take. But I argued in my book that is the wealthiest people in this world great strength of character, and they are honest. They are plain. They are transparent. Don't imbibe that value right from the beginning. You run into problem along the line. I work out for you to cheat and your way to money. But at the end of the day, that fire you are building will. At the end of the day, and I use the story of GTB again in the book as an example. When we first started in 1990, about 60 other banks were granted banking license at the same time. And many of them were desperate to corner the market to gain business. And there were a lot of underhand deals. They are really a strength of character for those banks. At the end of the day, almost 90% of the banks that were licensed collapsed. And the only reason why they collapsed was poorly managed by the owners. Values were absent. And the same story in every aspect of our economy. Look at companies that have survived over time. Because they have ethos, they have principles, and they live on. And once they break away from those principles, they lose the business. Another value that I do, keep the right company. Yoruba say to bá ṣe bí ọ̀bọ. If you really want to be wealthy, move with the right company. Go in the midst of the people you want to be like. Rub shoulders with them. Attend conferences, seminars, cocktail, events that host, or try and learn from them. It's also part of mentoring. This is when you are kind of people that you see opportunity, that these that are brewed come to your attention, that events that will change your life will be discussed. If you spend your time in beer parlors or bad life away, right thing, you will not be the right people. You will be drinkers and enjoy life, and at the end of the day, out. So if you are committed to create wealth, keep the right company. And then another build is that once you determine the path, the apprentice, put yourself under the tutelage of somebody who is along that path and learn from it. Work. You can even work not. You can work for almost nothing. You know that you are learning this. Some people make the mistake. They just do a particular kind of business. They have no prior experience. What goes on in that or in that industry. And you understand what is happening. Before you join that business, you have been there, you have experience. So being an apprentice is also another attribute that require, to be, to be able to create wealth to a level that you can be comfortable financially.
Fantastic. Wow. Okay, so the next question I have is, or statement is, do you agree with me that the price for success is more responsibility? Because learning from your story, I saw that you had recently just concluded like an awesome financial year as MD CEO of First Atlantic Bank, when you got a call from your friend saying that His Excellency, the former governor of Lagos State at the time, Mr. Or Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said he wanted to speak to you. And then when you got there, he said, okay, that he wanted you to be of service to Lagos State and be his deputy governor. So can you talk to us about your experience as deputy governor of Lagos State?
Well, I was deputy governor from 2003 to 2007. It was 4 memorable years. Indeed, those 4 years included with so many new things I learned. Right time I became deputy governor, I spent 20 years in the bank. I can tell you that years in Alausa was included than the 20 banking industry because I knew Lagos. I was able to canvass the length and breadth of this great. I knew every nooks and cranny of the state and the problems of the state. And I learned a lot from the governor. I did every type of job. So it was a memorable experience. It was a wonderful experience. I have no moments of regret at all. Yes.
I also noticed that one of your first appointees when you were, deputy governor is the current governor right now. So how did that happen? And it's almost as if it's like a cycle of leadership. So what were some of the characteristics that you saw then that made you appoint him? And now considering that now he's now the governor of Lagos State. So how was your relationship with him then, and how is it now?
Well, in 1998, when we acquired government, we were looking for in the industry who will team up with us to run that bank and take it to become a great bank. Ajide Sanwo-Olu was one of those managers that joined the bank in 1998. And he worked very closely with me. In fact, he held a very important, sensitive position. In the banking industry today, apart from the director, probably the executive director, the next most important position is the treasurer, the corporate treasurer. Bank deals money, and the corporate treasurer handles the banks. And that was the responsibility of Mr. Abajide Sanwo. And he rose from that position manager to general assistant general. I was appointed deputy governor. And as soon as I was appointed deputy governor, I needed people who would work with me as my advisors, who will help me navigate corridors of power in Alausa. And of course, Sanwo-Olu was close by as my GM in the. I asked him to join me, and he accepted. And we worked together for 4 years. Initially, he was my special advisor, corporate services. Then he became special advisor to the governor. It was the tail end of our tenure. And he did very well. And I became honorable commissioner after I left office under Babátúndé. And thereafter I became the managing director of LSD. And he's now the governor of Lagos. So it's a product of the story of this book. And you can see his own journey from the position of manager to the governor of Lagos, and it just shows you if you do the right thing, you follow the right path, we grow. Success is hands. It's just that people are not paid. They are always much in a hurry. If you take your time, you grow them. In the book, I call it the ladder concept, the ladder to wealth. One step after the other. Along the line, there will be storm. There will be storm every day. If you are not courageous, you are not serious, you are not determined, you are not committed, when it starts to go, you come down. You say, I can't go. The ladder is too steep. This wind is too much. But if you are determined, you are courageous, you are tenacious, you are committed, you are hungry for success, no matter what that is going, even if it is thunderstorm, you stay on that ladder. You keep your eyes and on the target. And so I'm happy for him today. He's done very well as the governor of Lagos State. I'm very proud of him. And
yes, we're loving all the things that he's done so far. Okay, so I remember your time as well as Deputy Governor of Lagos State, and you were very instrumental to some of the things that we're even enjoying today. And one of the things I remember very well was how you were able to, move the revenue in Lagos State from literally 300 million naira per month to 7 billion naira monthly in the space of 18 months. So, and that was very, very magical. Can you just talk to us how you're able to achieve that, huge transformation?
Well, the truth is that was the governor. The governor have all the credit. He gave me that responsibility. He empowered me. He encouraged me, and he supported me. And it wasn't only me. We were a team of about 10 persons came together. We set up a committee it's committee for revenue generation in the state, and we had the full support of the governor. I brought to bear private sector experience. My experience as a former managing director, my experience in running a bank, and I use that to work on the revenue generation capacity of Lagos State. And thank God we were successful. So Governor Ajibola meant to serve the. He did it all because it was his own initiative that called me and asked me what I want us to do. This is what we should, strive to attain. And I follow his direction. And today, the whole of Nigeria has copied that blueprint of innovation from Lagos State. And we thank God for that.
I love how you both work together as a team, because if not for that synergy between you two, I'm sure Lagos would not be where it is today, and even Nigeria as a whole. So the next question I have for you is, I remember you also launched your campaign in October of 2006 to become the governor of Lagos State, and it didn't go quite well, and you lost the seat to Mr. Babatunde Rajfashola, His Excellency. How did you feel when that happened?
Well, looking back at that time, very painful, because in the private sector, if you are managing director and managing director becomes vacant, automatically you step into it unless you have very badly, first person to be considered. So I assume that being the deputy because automatically just the position of governor. But it requires a lot more than performance. It's political. And just in the political race, at that time it was very painful. But now I've gotten over it and I have moved on. And I think I made the right choices. I don't have any regrets at all for what happened at that.
Yeah. Fantastic. I love how you've explained how you handled it. And also, I always do a series called Untold Stories of Failure. So I always want to know everybody's biggest failure. But I know that this is not about that series, but I want to know what was one big failure that you faced and how were you able to come out of it?
That's the one I just described.
Now, I was going to say.
You will find out, and that's another lesson. You will find that every time I wanted something, I got it. I wanted to change my job from bank, I got it. I wanted to change my job from FCM. I wanted promotion at GTB, and then I wanted to become managing that. I got it. So, but I can't win it all. You will win some, and you must learn. Don't say how to handle success. So you learn before you can handle success. So the first time I failed, it hits me like a thunderbolt because I was not used. So when I lost that nomination as governor, it was the end of the world for me. Terribly bad. I lost the room, I cried, But today, I learned from that experience. I have to learn how to handle failure. I covered myself and I faced myself, and I'm happy that I did that. So for everybody, there's a time to win and a time to lose. You can't win all the time. And when you lose, you must pick yourself up. It's not the end of the world. Keep your eyes on the goal. When you fall down, you look ahead. You look back to where you fell, where you're going. focus destination. So basically, that is it.
Thank you for being so open about that. Okay, so what would you say is your most profound lesson in politics that Nigeria has taught you?
You know, our political system evolving. We are not there yet. We copied the American system of government. We have not imbibed the right values. So I learned a lot from the Nigerian political system. First, it's not how hard work are. Not even about imbibing all the values. In my book, in chapter 8, I developed what I call lessons in leadership. That is where you see the answer to the question you asked. Because there are a lot of leadership lessons, even in my journey to Alausa, learned a lot. We still have a long way to go as a country. Because if we want to evolve from where we are today to a first-class nation, we have to imbibe these rules of worth I put in my book. Many of these rules of worth are lacking in our political system. Our political leaders need to learn them. It's not just about wealth creation, it's also about leadership. That's why the book is about wealth creation and leadership. They are synonymous. Anybody follow the rules of wealth and become make a good leader. I can assure you. If you have a positive leader, if you are a disciplined person, both financially and personally, you make a leader. If you keep the right company, you make a leader. So all of wealth are applicable to leadership. Lessons to learn in our country, in our great country. I tell you something, which may sound a bit pedestrian. The way the bank I worked for guaranteed us developed perception, the way we were trained, the values that we imbibed, the efforts we put in the business personally. If Nigeria run like a great day, I can do that for sure. It will be a great day. We need to go back to the drawing board and imbibe these values. These are the same values that a nation like Singapore imbibed in the time of the young, who stated at that time that for to become great, they must have cohesion, the right values, the people have the same spirit. In my book, I talk about team spirit, fundamentals of entrepreneurship. No one person can run a successful company alone. But do you know that if you are an entrepreneur and you think that you can do it all, you are the creative artist, you are the accountant, you are the one keeping, you are the one employing every staff, you are the one running the business, do not grow. At the end of the day, you're tired. You need a team of people together who share ideas, same vision with you. And together you can carry that company high. Heights. And this is what is lacking in our country. We're not running a team. We need to involve these ethos and invite for us to have. So those are the lessons in leadership I stated in the chapter of the book.
Fantastic. So what inspired you to actually write this book, Formula for Wealth?
Well, I give all credit to my because he knows the story. Telling me, Femi, I'm going to write something about your experience, and I'm taking it off. He kept insisting. So she actually takes the greatest credit. And my children, particularly Biola, Bode, and they reminded me. Last time Bode spoke to me, he kept saying, I must do my memoir. You must put these things down. You must write it. You must write about it. So when you have people that inspire you to write, it's not an easy thing to write. But the moment you start to write, it starts to flow. So I keep on putting all these things in place. In fact, by the time the book went into the printers early March, and the COVID-19 pandemic, I had to ask the printer code that I need to put part of this pandemic in the book. And that is what chapter 9 of the book when I call the epilogue.
Yeah.
I offer my own antidote to get out of the pandemic. And the people are complaining. Things are going to be tough for us as businessmen. We're in the harsh environment. And the answers are in the book. The rules of wealth. Go back to the drawing board. Be passionate, be creative, be innovative. Run your business properly. Have the right team together. The fundamentals. And you will escape the ravages of the pandemic.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I also saw that you're the chairman of Smadan. So how can entrepreneurs, because I'm sure there are a lot of entrepreneurs watching today, and once I upload it on YouTube, more entrepreneurs will also pick it up. So how can entrepreneurs, benefit from some of the initiatives that are going on with Smadan?
Well, Smadan is the apex agency responsible for small and medium businesses in Nigeria. He said, yeah, but we have branches in all the 30 states of the country. And basically what we do is we provide support. We train them, we build their capacity, we do linkages with other businesses, B&B, we link them with technological partners, we assist them in raising funds, we help them prepare what I call a plan. My book, I read them deeply about the business plan. A lot of business don't have a plan. How can you prepare your plan? And then we also deal with Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture, or MSME facility to obtain capital. So there are so many ways. You need to go to the website, www.smedan.org.ng, to be able to read so much about what Smedan does. And I will encourage you as an entrepreneur to register with Smedan. Register your Smedan. It's a 5-minute. You go to the website, complete the application for, and you give in a unique identification number. And so when Smedan is having events, activities, will always inform you, you'll be aware of what is happening. And then federal program for business, you'll be informed, you'll partake in it, you'll be able to take advantage. For this COVID period, the federal government gave out 50 billion naira for businesses that are affected by the pandemic. It's being managed by the central bank through microfinance. And you should interest yourself in it as a small business, because every small business who is affected by this pandemic has a right to apply. And you go to the website, you will see the application there, you complete, and so many other programs like Smedan handles. But we could do better if we are properly funded. Unfortunately, we are not adequately funded. Like every other thing, not enough money available to do what you really wish to achieve.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I just wanted to just quickly reiterate, if the line cuts off, because the line is going to cut off in about 3 minutes. If it cuts off, we're going to come back. You can start putting in your questions in the question mark so that we can start taking the questions one by one. I have just one more question for him, and then we go on with your questions. So please start putting in your questions in the question mark. And if you don't have any questions, then we can call it a day. But I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. Like, I've learned so much from him today. It's unbelievable. And I love how he's so clear, so honest, so, it's difficult for you to get our leaders these days to come and answer, to come on interviews and stuff. So I'm truly excited about having him here today. Yay, he's back. Fantastic. He's joining. I hope the service is clearer here. Fantastic. Okay. So you were saying you are going to give women discounts, special discounts on your books.
Yeah. I will do a package for that, and I will let you know.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I'm
happy to share that with my community.
Yes, please do. I want them to get copies of the book and read it and tell themselves.
Everyone reads the book. It's super interesting, super it's easy to understand. Like, I was so happy that I was reading it. I was just swiping and swiping and swiping. I was like, thank God. I'm not seeing big grammar that is so difficult to understand. Simple, plain English, relatable stories that everybody needs to know. And I'm so happy that you documented it that way, the way you've done it. Thank you so much for doing that.
You're welcome. Yes. You're welcome.
Okay, so I have just one more question before we take questions from the audience. And the last question is, what advice would you give to anyone out here watching who wants to have a career in politics, or just anyone who wants to be successful and build that wealth? What's that one advice you tell that one young person?
You want a career in politics, empower yourself, do well in your business, raise the success of something in your hand. Not a successful business. Be a successful professional, rise in your career, put money aside for investment. Then you have a voice. You can empower yourself. You can use your money to inject and a political equation. If you go into politics, you don't have anything in your hand. You only have a certificate from the university. A successful politician, you end up being a runner, a messenger. They will use you up and down. It's not easy to get that level if you haven't empowered yourself. So people, they like us and they ask me, how do I become successful in politics? Like I tell them, before I joined politics, I was a managing director of a bank. Have you that level? I've invested a lot of money in enterprise. How do you think overnight you can wake up and look at this governor? He has his parts before he became governor. He didn't just overnight wake up and say, I want to go into and I want. So that's the major difference. And I want you to understand this. Don't just look at somebody and say, oh, he's 35 years old, he's in the House of Rep. I want to and you start attending political meetings, wasting your time. Time you will use to build. Yes, you'll be chasing politics all over the place. And at the end of the day, lose out. You'll be asking yourself, why did I lose out? Well, I'm as good as another person. But you are missing something. You haven't empowered yourself. You haven't take you up. If you come out today, you have made a name for yourself in industry. People in politics will know you. They will come for you. They say, Mr. Man, come and become this, come and become that. Come the managing director of an agency. That's how you have a leg in the political environment. And from there, to serve in the House of Rep or House of Assembly. Yes, who are lucky. They have got who put them up, who have no person, who are not at the end of the day. And another thing is this. Okay, you are in politics. The opportunity for free money. And you know how to use money. Money is an illusion. It's liquid. It evaporates. It vanishes. Like you must learn to turn money into wealth. If you don't know how to turn money into wealth, that money will disappear. That is what after a few years, the money vanishes. They become broke. They are penniless. They become poor. Everything they are, they buy houses, they build houses, they buy cars, they sell them off. Knowledge of wealth creation. It's a word of difference. So it's just a money. Money is not wealth. Money is different from wealth.
Yeah.
I can give you 100 million naira today, Ife. You have money. You have 100 million naira in your bank. If you start 10 million naira buy Range Rover, that's almost half of it gone. You take a trip to United States on holidays, another 10% of it gone. Before you know it, within 6 months, 100 million is gone. You are back to square one. But if you give them to somebody who knows how to take the wealth, he will decide for you in a matter of years.
Fantastic. Okay. So I've started seeing questions coming in. Someone just asked, as a young person, what platforms can she invest in?
Okay, as a young person, is she earning an income? Is she earning salary where? If she's earning an income somewhere, she set aside a certain percent salary. It could be 10%, it could be 15%, it could be 20%, depending on her interest and how quickly she wants to. First thing she should do is equities. Start learning about even the Nigerian capital. There are opportunities there. You get an investment advisor or a account, you give him instruction, start buying. Buy antitrust banks, buy bank, buy food oil, and go to cement. Little, little, it grows. Like a seed you plant in the soil, you continue to water it, it starts to grow. Then from there, you can look at real estate. It's another opportunity. You can start by looking at flats. It's an investment. You are not living there. If you're able to put enough money together, buy one flat and start earning rental income. After a few years, maybe the value of the flat has gone up, you sell it, you start looking for another one. That's how you play the investment game. You don't just, a lot of people, a lot of us, make this mistake. The first thing you want to do in your life is, I want to build a house to live in. Okay? A house is not wealth management. In fact, it will make you poorer. You build a house, you live in that house, not generating income. You are spending money maintaining it. You are spending money on generator. You are, it's draining your pocket. It's not making you poor. If the house appreciates in value, the appreciating value is not giving you any income. This is wealth. Wealth is income you generate from your investments, your ownership of wealth instruments. It's not the investment that constitutes wealth, it's the income that comes from it. Anything that brings you income creates. So you buy real estate, you have to buy it for the purpose of investment, not because you are trying to satisfy societal requirements. You haven't built a house at age 40. Who cares? For as long as you are financially, you are earning good income. It does not matter. What matters is that you have investments that are yielding income for you that makes you feel comfortable and financially. So I advise set aside part of earnings, open an investment account, and every month start aside. Yes, there is problem of inflation. Value of your investment can reduce, but it's worse if you don't even have any at all. So inflation or no inflation, you are better off investing that money. Let me give you a very quick example. I remember I was bonus a certain amount of money, which was, if I can remember very well, about 500,000 naira. Those days it was a lot of money, and I called my wife. They just so let's quickly travel to South of Spain, spend 1 day during this Salah holiday, and go and enjoy ourselves. And I said, oh, I'll call my brokers, the travel agent, so she can buy our tickets. And I tried to leave the office. My stockbroker called, said, I'm in the office. I have money to spend. I said, I want to buy Nestle shares. I said, well, it's likely that the value will. And I said, wait a minute. Here is 500,000. I wanted to use. I changed my mind immediately at Nestle shares. 1 year down the line, those 500,000 naira were worth over 5. The value of the shares just skyrocketed. Lift a finger. I was just, my money was working for me. I didn't have to sweat. I didn't have to carry. Do you understand? Now, imagine I've gone to South. I spend that money on British Airways. I spent it on an hotel. I would have enjoyed that weekend. I would have come back and I would have thought about that enjoyment. I would have gone. You understand? That discipline I'm talking about. In your 20s and 30s, do away with frivolous spending. You don't need it then. You need to inject that money either in and invest to grow for you. When the time comes, you are in your 50s, you can take all the holidays in the world. You can relax and enjoy it. because you have put your wealth in your younger days. So instead of lamenting, complaining, somebody says, he needs capital for his business. And I said, really? What do you want to do with money? He said, I need to expand, I need to grow. Said, okay. But he just came back on. He said, yeah, where did you go? Dubai. Okay, how much did you spend holiday in Dubai? He said, ₦1 million. How much do you for your capital? He said, ₦2 million. Said, so why did you go to Dubai? $2 million. Less priority. He probably was not thinking. His business is more important to him than just on a frivolous trip that is meaningless. You just want to go and sightsee. When you have not built your business, you are not built wealth. And then complaining that you are struggling financially. That's why I said it earlier on, that if you don't discipline, your party will discipline you. So you really have to discipline yourself. Do away with so many things. Make sacrifices. And then you will grow.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that awesome advice. Someone else is asking that what would you advise a young person who wants to go into entrepreneurship?
Yes. First of all, assume that young, let him start to think, what do I like to do? Do I love automobiles? Do I love houses? Do I love hairdressing salons, supermarket, agricultural, manufacturing? So you have to set in mind something that's where passion comes in, something you have to come for. And begin to gather knowledge and interest about that, and you begin to think of ideas. Just don't go the day you say I want to go into entrepreneurship. That's not the day you register a business. Listen to me very well. That's just the beginning of your journey. You stay where you are working, you are setting money as saving for the go into entrepreneurship. You now look for somebody to mentor you. That's time that you are focusing on. Do you understand? You now start learning, studying that person. Keep the right company. Moving into the circle of people who are in that business or selling, trying to understand what goes on there. This can take several years. Now put yourself under the stage of that company who is already in that business. You are learning process. It could even be 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, even up to 5 years before you can say, yes, and now I'm ready to start. Now when you are ready, the first thing you do, with all the knowledge you have acquired in this business, you commission a business plan. It's a roadmap that will tell you what you require to run that business successfully. Who are the others doing that same business? What are the creative things you can bring to that business to make a difference that will make you thrive? What kind of workforce you need to put in place? This is what the business plan tells you. Study it very well. You already have some capital. The business plan you put, how much money you need to start this. Maybe whatever you have now is not enough. Start to think of partnering with other people, bringing in other people who invest in your business. That may take you another 6 months or 1 year before you are now finally ready. Register the business and you start the business. And you fail. If you start that way, you will not fail. And even if you fail, you will pick yourself up and you build yourself back. But if you just wake up, I'm working in a company, I'm tired of this job, Gary. My friend is trading shoes and bags in Dubai. I want to start. I want to join her. I will follow her to Dubai, put some money together. That's the way most people start business. So they will go on the phone and they will start shoes, bags, forcing their friends to buy on credit, and they think they're entrepreneurs. That's not entrepreneurship. That's not entrepreneurship. There's no creativity there. There's uniqueness. There's no plan. There's no passion. The learning curve is short. So that's the advice I would give your friends. It's a painstaking process. It takes time. It's not an overnight.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Another question here is how important is it to have family or spousal support in the early stage of your business, especially when it doesn't look successful?
It's very, very important. The early stage is usually very tough. And one of the ingredients of success is to have a good marriage, whether you are a man or a if you have a good marriage, a very good support home, you will, because you are not the only one doing the thinking now. You have another person giving you emotional, giving you something, giving you finance. It goes a long way. But if you have trouble at home, on one hand, you are doing your, then you have frustrations at home, you are distracted, you make mistakes, okay, and you miss your way. So it's very, very important that you have spousal support, you have family support, you have support of friends. You have every support you can get because the initial is always very tough, particularly if you don't start well, it will be smoother for you.
But there are some instances when people don't really understand your vision. People don't really understand what you're trying to do. You're saying, "Oh, I want to own a country," and there's somebody saying, "How are you going to own a country? How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that?" And you can see it in your mind. You can see the steps. So I think that sometimes, what if people tell you, "Oh, what you're doing, is too big. Oh, you're crazy." What are you supposed to do in that point in time?
You stay with your dream.
Mm-hmm.
You stay with it. Don't worry about what people say. Great successes in the past content with this same. When they come up with their product, people will deride them. They will laugh at them. They will tell you they are doing the possible. But once you are committed in your heart, what you are doing is the right path. And go and read the story of Steve Jobs when he started. When he said that he wanted to put a computer in people's hands. The people around him crazy. How can you do that? How can you put a computer in people's hands? Turn the phone into a computer. And he was the first person to do it. And smartphone came into the world. People did not believe it was possible. Go and ask Bill Gates when he started Microsoft. Same thing happened. People did not believe it was possible. And he did it. Go and ask the founders of Uber today. They went to the conference. They came out at night. They were looking for cars. They couldn't find. They were standing there on the street for hours. And asked one person in the car. What a waste. Then thought to himself, see, we don't have to do taxi. We can convert people's cars. And that's how Uber was born. At the initial stage, they couldn't. They went everywhere for funding. People said it will not work. So you have to be persistent with your dreams. Dreams die hard if you believe in them. So no matter what people say, do your part. Stay true to your path.
Fantastic. Okay. What advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self, read the book, The Formula for Wealth. Read and digest it. Read it and digest it. Bible. Start living it. Live all the attributes. Even you, Ife, from today, start living those attributes.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yes. From today, from yesterday.
Business, 1 year down the line, come on.
I will.
It doesn't mean perfectly well, but it means that you're on the right path to success. It means that you will not go wrong. It may take a while, or it may happen quickly, but you will not go wrong.
Yes, sir, definitely. Someone else is asking, how do you deal with organizations of questionable character without resigning?
If you find yourself working in an organization with people of questionable character, that organization will not long. Don't way out of the place, it will collapse on you. If you are not out of the organization, you don't control it, but you know that that is shady. Find your way out of the place. Find your way out of the place. I can assure you. Look at the history of Nigeria. Look at the entry of Nigeria. The graveyard is littered who are owned or run by shady characters, people of low integrity. They will start very well. There will be a lot of noise and euphoria. They will throw money around. They will paint the. After a few years, the companies will collapse. You will see them on the street. I'm sure you can think of examples. Even on the street of Lagos, companies have come and gone. This is what killed them. This is what killed them. Character and integrity. The company had no character. It collapsed.
Wow.
So tell him or her to exit that as far as he or she can. Don't join.
Fantastic.
Tendency is to want to join them. That you yourself can make a lot of get rich quickly. And you can succeed in making that money. And you now take that money to start a business. The business will fail. The business will fail because you carry the bad factor from where you made that money. That's what happened. I started my book with the story of Nnamdi Ezekwo. Now, read that story. When he started working with his told boy business because you want to be charging right prices. And he had to exit that business. If he had not that at that time, he wouldn't have come. So that's it.
Fantastic. Okay. Someone else is asking that what percentage of equity can a business give a potential investor?
Well, to be in full, you have to own, as the owner of the business, over 50% of the equity, maybe 51%. The most important thing is not that you own a certain percentage. The most important thing is that you, as the owner of the business, you have the vision, but you need to join hands with you. To join hands with you because you cannot do it alone. If you look around most businesses, young people and young women, they are the only one running. They are the owner. And they will continue to struggle. It's not a cause until they open up and bring in partners, bring in investors. You can't go out to look for people to support. You can't carry the burden on your shoulder. A heavy load to carry. If you paid 100,000 naira in your business, perhaps you have 200,000, business will scale up. Or if you sit on 100,000 naira because you may not be able to grow from the level you are in. So it's important to let off certain control. You can still have the own majority of the shares and still bring in people to support you and help you. We have this tendency, the fear that if you bring in somebody, you will take the business away from you. The fear that if you bring in support, you will lose control. You know why that is the case? You want to be accountable. You want to be the one that will carry the check in your textbook, that will sign in the middle of the night house, that will give instruction to somebody that 10,000 deposit. That is not the way to run a business. That is personalizing it. There is no structure. When you must write a check, it's your accountant that should write the check. Do you understand? If you want to take business, you have to request for it. And you are doing it transparently and openly. If you don't want to be accountable, that's why you are afraid. To run a successful business, you have to be accountable. Yeah? experience with your handling of money. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Thank you, sir. Do you think you'd ever start a business?
Do I think I will ever start a business?
Yes.
Oh, well, I've started business before in the past, but
Okay.
and we lost a lot of money. I was the recruiter. I was the person champion to put people together, and I lost a lot of money. When I left Guarantee Trust Bank, before I became a director of a bank, I went to a commodity business. I set up a company called AgroCorp. I was going to the north to buy commodities, so and supplying breweries and Lagos. I did that for 6 months. I became MD of the bank. So I started a business before, on a business before.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, in the period when you left office and now, what sort of investments have you done since then? And
Well,
how have you been able to like sustain and live like the same sort of like lifestyle that you've always lived all your life?
okay. You see, like everything else in life, in investment objective is as you age. When I was much younger, I had the risk appetite. I was yeah, grow my portfolio. By the time I was in my mid 50s, I've had more than enough. I didn't want to take any more. Our interest now is to protect my investments, to make sure I do not unnecessary. You understand? So what I do now is you sell off what is not doing well, okay, not as active as I used to. But what is happening now is that my investments are doing the work. I just sit back and earn the income. I have to lift a. You understand? So when you are, I'm in my 60s now. I'm in my 60s now. I don't have to run around because I've that investment in it, and they are now yielding fruits. What I wish for everybody, right? In your 60s, you don't have to be queuing up for your pension. Somebody pay you a mere sum for you to survive, or waiting for your children to feed you or to take care of you. If you invest well, and some of these people who are struggling in their 60s up in their career, they had they had a successful career and they retired at a very high level, but they didn't spend their money. They didn't save, they didn't invest. They had nothing, little or nothing to fall back on. And so found themselves in a state of have to struggle financially. I don't want that for everybody. That's why I put it together. If you are in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, you still have to read this in back and be able to do things in a way that when you are in your 60s, some people look at me and say, you are 65, like you are 50 or 55. Yes, I can't. But more importantly is that I have peace of mind. Not running around chasing things. I let the investments do the work for me. And that is important.
Fantastic. So someone else is saying that her business was affected by COVID, by the lockdown, that should her investors bear the loss or for integrity's sake, I bear the loss, but tell them about it.
Oh, certainly for integrity, yeah, no doubt about it. However, you can still appeal investors and your customers because COVID-19 affected everybody. Nobody expected it's like switching off the light and switching them on. I feel bad most entrepreneurs. I bear their pain. Go through. And 2 months ago, I sent us a video. I don't know whether you saw the video. It was an advice to entrepreneurs who are going to support in this harsh economic environment, the pandemic. But you see, the important thing is this: if you have run your business well before, The pandemic will affect you, but it will not affect you as much as it will affect not running his business very well. That is why this is time for you to respect yourself and your business. Because in your lifetime, there may be another one next year. It may not be health pandemic, it may be economic recession. It may be something catastrophic that might happen. So you must prepare yourself, cushion yourself. Yes, she has to, the person bear the loss, but he has to bear the loss in such that will not wipe him or her, because that business must be the most important thing. And at this time, it's very important to scale down their expenses.
Yeah.
They have to be very prudent at money. They have to push out sales. Even if they have to grant discounts. If they have to make very, very little margin. The most important thing is sustainability. When you survive this period, by the time prosperity comes, you are around to enjoy. We need to keep the business afloat. Profitability is not goal. Do you understand? Liquidity is it. You must have enough cash. Stock up. You must be able to sell, pay your salary, keep the business, even if you are not making much profit. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Put profit aside. Just get by with little money, but make sure business. By the time the recession goes, your business is there. You have had it, you are prepared for it. You can now begin to expand and grow and try, make more. You are alive to do that.
Mm-hmm. The most important thing is to stay afloat in these times.
Afloat in these times.
Yeah.
Your sales. Focus on selling. Whether it's services or whether it's products you are selling, focus on it. Push your sales. Make sure you get, because if you sell, you have working capital to sell. You understand? If you don't sell, you have capital. If you don't sell, you won't be able to pay salary, be able to pay your electricity bill, transportation, and things like that. And that's trouble. And then you start running around looking for money to borrow. Some people say, oh, this part, my business has, where can I get money to borrow? This is not the time to borrow money.
Mm-hmm.
To pile up debt on your neck. You have to pay back that loan, and you have to pay back in the middle of the pandemic. So it's not go away the next 3 months. So it's not time to borrow.
Mm-hmm.
Time to spend less, keep cash as possible in your business, and use that money wisely, fund your business, and keep yourself afloat.
Fantastic. Okay, so someone else is saying, and I think this is the last question that we have. Person is saying, how would you protect your business when you bring in other investors into your business?
There is nothing to protect. You are the chairmanship executive. You are the one running the business. The investors are putting cash in the business. All they care about is accountability. The money we have given you, do you have a good corporate governance? Many businesses don't have corporate governance. What is corporate governance? That is the rules that guide the running of the business. It will define the powers of the civil. Do you understand? If you ask me if Otumba come invest in my business, I will let me see your corporate governance. Why you are giving my money to invest in your business and you turn and take a flight on to go and do shopping? I know that it's not my money you are using. You understand? So, rules governing a business, you must draw out rules so that give your investment confidence. If we invest in this business, the money will be judiciously. So there's nothing to protect. Don't think you're not losing your business. You are the one running it. Even if you bring in one of the investors to come and work there, that person is going to work without you. It's not like 50. Do you understand? So you're not losing your business. So don't go there with the mindset of I want to protect my business. Your business, nobody is taking your business. If it's a limited liability company, you have a memorandum, an article which draws powers of all the directors. It draws out the shareholder structure of the company, how to conduct meetings, how to remove the directors. So you are protected by the MEMAT, Memorandum and Article. That's what protects you, mega document. So outside, just come and push it away. Yes, of course. You own 100,000 naira in the business, and someone comes and puts in 500,000 naira. Then he owns you. That person can have a voting right to vote you. Do you understand? So that's a different matter entirely. So if you need in money into the business, you have to be ready to put in your own money. So that whoever is coming in is coming in as a junior partner, not as a senior. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's how you.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. So do you have any final words that you'd like to just share with us? Maybe something we haven't covered or anything like that?
Well, I think I pretty much cover everything. The just thing is that patience, be determined, have a vision in mind for your vision. Don't give up. And don't let issues and environmental factors. Every day we open the pages of newspaper or we check online internet news, read about stories that is happening in the country. It can be discouraging. Ignore all those negative. Fill your mind with positive news, positive things that will encourage you. And what is happening in the pandemic, don't let it slow you down. You will have past it and you will have just stay focused and your dream shall come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you. We learned so much on this session today. I really want to know how people here can get your book. I know I have it, but I wanted them to know after the launch tomorrow, where can they purchase your book so that they can learn more from your wealth of knowledge?
Okay, the book is available online. Amazon, on Apple iBook. Available locally, to be available locally from shop in Victoria and carry the book. Wittisens in Parkview Estate, Ikoyi will carry the book. And one or two other bookshops that we're still talking to will carry the book. So I'll make the book available coming next 2 weeks. The reason why it's available now is because of the COVID pandemic. Shipping has been disrupted by the COVID. Very soon it will be around, and place it publicly. All the listeners will be able to get a copy of it.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. So, guys, don't forget you can purchase the book. It's available anytime. Purchase the book and learn from his wealth of knowledge. Everything he's explained today are all in the book and even more. Like literally in one night, I've learned a lot, and I know that my wealth management skills and all that is going to literally transform. And I can't wait for him to tell him my story a year from today of how I've been able to invest and improve my wealth portfolio and all that. There's no point doing all this work and then if in a few years from now we're still scrambling and running up and down trying to chase money, knocking on doors and stuff like that. Let our money work for us. So thank you so much, sir. Today was super amazing. Thank you for being so honest, so open, so relatable, so approachable as well. Thank you. Thank you. I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much. So I'll upload the session on YouTube so you guys can share with everyone. I'm sure a lot of people would want to watch the session. So once it's up on YouTube, hopefully it'll be up maybe by the end of tonight or tomorrow because we first have to download and edit and stuff. And we'll upload it on YouTube. So we'll share it with you as well so that you can also share with your network just in case other people want to watch it. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Bye, guys.